What's going on? Crosman 2100. I think this is the 2100B. It doesn't say on here. I got this from Tractor Supply a few days ago, but I picked this thing up. It was on sale for 60 bucks. If you're one of those people that's like, why don't you use the tiny little scope that comes with these? Number one, why? Number two, it didn't have one. So that was the first 10-shot group that I attempted with it. Again, it was really windy. That was about 15 yards. I was shooting 6 pumps with the Winchester round nose pellets, which is a pretty decent pellet. With this video, the first part, intro, the next part is going to be, I'm going to show you some target data. I'm going to try to find the right pellet for it. I won't make you watch too much of that. I'll just tell you what happened. And the last part of this video, we're going to see how far I could shoot this thing. My goal is about 50 yards, and we're going to put it up against the Daisy 880, which is probably my favorite multi-pump pneumatic air rifle. I'll see you on the next part of this video. Hope you've enjoyed it so far. Here we go. The Crosman 2100 is a synthetic stocked multi-pump pneumatic air rifle. You can shoot either BBs or pellets. It has a steel rifled barrel. It has variable power from 400 feet per second to 800 feet per second. On the Crosman website, it says with lead pellets it goes 725, so I thought that was pretty cool of them to kind of be a little more truthful than most airgun manufacturers. It's a .177 cal, and it's just under 5 pounds. All of those groups that you just watched, that was at 6 pumps at about 12 yards. Not a crazy distance. I did what I could today, and that was the yardage that I could get with the time that I had. So I tested several different types of pellets today, and the two that I'm going to focus on for the next part of the video is going to be the Crosman destroyers. Those are 7.4 grains. And the Crosman 7.9 grain hollow points. The next part of this video, I'm going to see what kind of groups this thing will do at about, I'm going to shoot for 20 yards, and then we'll try to stretch it out as far as possible to hit some canned sodas. Not a lot of shooting so far on this video, but it's coming. So, hope you guys are enjoying it. I'll see you the next time I get to shoot that thing. See you later. I'm going to do 2 5-shot groups at about 17 yards. The first one's going to be with the Crosman Destroyer 7.4 grains, and the second one's going to be with the Crosman Premier Hollow Points 7.9 grains. I'm going to do both groups at 8 pumps, and I was hoping to do the Daisy 880 part of this video today, giving my Daisy 880 away to a friend of mine who didn't know about Daisy 880, so I'm going to have to get another one of mine set up for this test, and we'll do that at a later date. But today is just going to be 2 5-shot groups. We're just going to collect the data, so here we go. Last shot with the destroyers. I think I need to adjust on my scope a little bit more, but we're going to roll with it. And last shot with the hollow points. So I'm going to go check those groups out. I'll measure them up, take some photos for you. The next time that I'll see you, we'll be going over some chronograph numbers, and then we're going to do the max range test. But I'll see you guys on the next part of this video. What's going on, guys? Today is going to be the chronograph numbers, and then I'm going to do the head-to-head between the Daisy 880 and the Crosman 2100 Classic. Before I start, this Daisy 880 is not my normal one. I gave it away to a friend of mine. This one is one that I picked up from a pawn shop. I haven't really got to know it yet. It's not broke in. I think it's got a problem with the crown. Just from zeroing it today, I'm having some issues. So let's go into this knowing that this is not the healthiest Daisy 880. This is actually the worst shooting one I've ever seen. So with that out of the way, here's the chronograph number. The 880 at 8 pumps did 652 feet per second with the Crosman destroyer pellets. These are 7.4 grains. All these numbers are with the destroyers. That makes out for 8 pumps, 880 is 7 FPE. At 10 pumps, it did 693 feet per second, and that comes out to be 7.89 FPE. The 2100, again with the destroyers, 8 pumps was 651 feet per second, which is almost identical to the 880, which is 7 FPE. At 10 pumps, it did 685 feet per second, and that comes out to be 7.71 FPE, so a little bit less than the Daisy 880 at 10 pumps. But you can go 12 pumps with the Crosman 2100, and that came out to be 717 feet per second, and that's 8.45 FPE. So decently powerful multi-pump pneumatic air rifle in both of them. But the Crosman 2100 has that little bit extra, but for me, it's not worth the extra effort pumping it. So we're going to be doing today, we're going to be doing the test at 8 pumps for both guns. I'm going to start with the 880, and I'm shooting Daisy pellets with it. I'm going to be shooting the Daisy wad cutter pellets. Again, there's something, I think it's the crown. I can look down and see a booger on the crown on this air rifle, so don't judge all Daisy 880s on this one. Target on the left is going to be the 880. I'm shooting the Daisy wad cutters. We're just going to do 5 shots with it, and then I'm going to do 5 shots with the 2100, and this is at 20 yards. First shot with the Daisy 880. Shot 3. No malfunctions yet. Uh-oh. Shot 4 with the 880. Last shot with the 880. Well, nothing bad happened. When I was zeroing this thing, I was having an awful time. I was having pellets tumble. I don't know if it was because I was shooting the Daisy pellets or what, but that's not a horrible group, so we're going to go with it. I'm going to go ahead and shoot the Crosman 2100. I didn't say in the other video, but I've mounted a 4-power on this one and this one to kind of even the optics. And I'm shooting the Crosman destroyers again at 8 pumps. Man, this one is substantially harder to load the pellet into. Come on, buddy. All right, shot 1. My goodness. There we go. Oh, come on, buddy. Shot 2. That's annoying. Shot 4 with the Crosman 2100. Last shot with the Crosman 2100. The reason I picked these pellets, these are probably not the best pellets for either of these rifles. That one's messed up. Well, I'm gonna go with it. The skirt of it's messed up. The reason I picked these pellets is these are Crosman pellets, and then I shot the Daisy pellets with the Daisy. That's something that you can get at Walmart. So last shot with the 2100. This one's a little damaged, so we'll see where it goes. I'll measure that target up and put that data right there. We'll see who won that. But I'm gonna get set up now and put some canned drinks out at 50 yards and see if I can hit them with the 2100 and the Crosman destroyers. So I'll be right back. Okay, I've got cans out at 50. I've got the Crosman 7.4 destroyers in here. I've pumped it up 12 times. It's not at 8 pumps anymore. Hopefully I can hit these cans within a few shots. Okay, second try at 12 pumps at 50 yards. Remind me next time that I do this to set, if I get skinny cans like this. I've got a White Claw grapefruit out there that's been rolling around my fridge for probably a year, and some other thing that my wife buys that they don't get used. So I'm putting them out of their misery today. But remind me the next time I do this to don't use skinny cans, and if I do, set them closer together. Shot 3. Oh, I seen it go right to the left of that one. Shot 4. Shot 5. Well, I don't think that I'm going to be able to shoot 50 yards with the Crosman 2100. So I'm going to move it in, probably 15 yards. Okay, we've got our cans moved in a little bit further. They're actually about 30 yards, not 35. I hate that I couldn't make the 50-yard shots happen, but with Crosman pellets through the Crosman gun, I don't think that it would happen. I think you'd have to get a better performing pellet than these. I went with the destroyers because those were making the tightest group, but if you remember all the previous testing, it was throwing them every once in a while. I could sort these pellets, but most people are not going to be doing that, so that's why I'm not doing it. But I am going to shoot these cans at 30 yards at 12 pumps and see what happens. You get a good forearm workout pumping this thing up. Even with the 880, when I was shooting it at 50 yards, I was not using daisy pellets. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. Pretty cool. If you were to squirrel hunt with this thing, you better not miss, because you're either gonna be out there all day or you're gonna scare everything away pumping this thing back up. Okay, can number 2. That was pretty cool. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Would I recommend the Crosman 2100 Classic? I do. I like the gun. I like the way it feels. I like the ergonomics. It's fun to shoot. It's like a big 760. I had a 760 as a kid that I really enjoyed. It's fairly accurate, has good power. Would I pick the 880 or would I pick it over an 880? I don't know, but I do enjoy it. If you see one on sale, like I picked this one up, definitely get it. If you are a subscriber, I appreciate you hanging out while I shoot. Appreciate you watching my videos. If you're not a subscriber and you like content like this, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. I'll see you guys later.